Hi, just imagine. Say Tendulkar won you the ODI tournament, playing that unbelievable tournament in 1998, and his innings was considered as the desert storm, where he scored two brilliant back-to-back centuries and won it almost single-handedly against the mighty, formidable Australians. So what would you do? You would go on praising him. You would write odes about him. You would bow down to him. You would call him the greatest. Fantastic. But you don't have to then call Dravid or Ganguly or Lakshman as really bad characters, pathetic characters, poor characters, selfish, uh, uh, mediocre people to hike up or to enhance the stature of Tendulkar or to show your love for Tendulkar. But then that was 1998. That was a different era. You could be a fan of Tendulkar while being a fan of Indian cricket. That means you would be a fan of Dravid, Lakshman, and Ganguly and Harbhajan Singh and all those great players. You could, of course, criticize them when they would falter or they would be doing something drastically wrong, but you would not pull them down or you would not be going after them in a malicious way because you wanted to keep the stature of Tendulkar as GOAT or the greatest of all time. That was 98. Today is 2025. Today we are living in a toxic era of toxic fandom and toxic mentality among among people who consider or call themselves as the new age fans. And I am telling this in context of the Indian team and Mohammad Siraj vis-a-vis Bumrah. In the last test at Oval, Siraj took his performance level to a different level altogether and once and for all closed any kind of debate and discussion about what a great asset, what a great servant of cricket he has been for India. He has shown that playing non-stop cricket in every format wherever he has got a chance, including the IPL, including the domestic tournaments, including the white ball cricket where he gets chances, and the test match cricket. He has not taken any test off or any match. He has not taken rest. He has not gone out on his own without being injured or something. He has been running in under scorching sun, under shivering cold, on dead pitches with unresponsive conditions and with his team in dire straits. But one thing he has never done is to give up. He has been running around with bowling at 140 or close to 140 kilometers per hour speed on the worst of pitches, on the best of pitches, on the flattest of the pitches, and trying to do his best. Sometimes he has succeeded, sometimes he has not, but he has not given up. He has not taken the easy way of trying to just sit out because he feels there is no help for him. He has been giving his best and he has really served Indian cricket great. So when he did that Superman stuff in Oval to almost ensure that a match which was beyond India's grasp was won by India, where India managed to draw level the series, the honors were shared, and India came out of England with their heads held high. He had all the rights and he had deserved, and he has won, and he has uh, managed to secure all the credit, all the accolades, all the awards, the rewards, and the huge rave reviews he got after that test series. Literally, the whole nation deserves to give him that credit, and they bowed, and we all bowed, and fantastic. But then something else started immediately. There was a wave of criticism, and most of it was malicious, toxic, and really poisonous against Bumrah. Overnight, Bumrah was called a traitor, a non-patriot, a selfish guy, a guy who has put Indian cricket to ransom, who is dictating the terms, who is deciding which match to play, which match not to play, who is actually the worst possible Indian cricketer right now. That's what kind of messaging came out from many Twitter handles, many people on the social media, many so-called fans who are nothing but low lives, who have no other job to do rather than waking up every morning to really slam, abuse, and go below the belt against great players of repute and stature, and some of them even legends, because they get the credit because they manage to harvest engagement with their Twitter handles, and they get uh, comments, and they get people's attention to them. For that purpose also many people are doing it, and then it began to spread to ex-players, and started ex-players who have been become out of any currency or have become irrelevant now. They also started jumping into the fray and try to enjoy their 5 minutes of attention by giving some atrocious and ludicrous and outrageous statements, indirectly taking a dig at Bumrah, talking about how you should be foregoing every possible thing about selfishness, and try to give your best, try to give your blood, sweat and tears, try to push yourself for the sake of country. It's as if Bumrah has not been doing any of these things. A player of his stature at any point could have clearly decided that the kind of injuries he has been having, the kind of surgeries he has been having, where his entire career and his revenue potential, his earning potential has been put under risk, he could clearly, very easily say that I am just walking away from Test match cricket, which anyway is on the deathbed. Even the board of control in India is not bothered to revive it. It is doing the least amount of things to revive it. The whole facade of we value Test cricket has been proven completely a farcical thing, because nobody is bothered other than maybe English and Australian cricket boards. Nobody wants to save Test cricket. Test cricket is virtually on a deathbed. And yet, here is a fast bowler who is refusing to just slow down or take a rest from Test cricket, because any which way it is not the high paying format, it is not giving him the kind of eyeballs which a very trivial kind of a tournament like IPL gives, where he can just come and bowl 24 balls and become the toast of the nation and become the greatest ever gets the tag of the greatest ever bowler by taking a few wickets and keeping the run rate down, and then earn crores and crores for the next 5-10 years. But he is not doing that. He is playing every format of cricket without compromising on Test cricket, because Test cricket matters to him. And a time when Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, the last two of the great guardians of Test cricket from India, or the passionate lovers of Test cricket in India, have retired, it is Bumrah who is showing to the current generation, to the future generation, and to millions of cricket fans in India that they should know the value of Test cricket. They should try to give their best, try to extend their career as much as possible Test cricket, because that is the ultimate format of cricket where you can prove a point and you can still give your best, taking even chances with your body and your future by trying to get glory for your country, because the glory on a Test cricket is the ultimate one. And that is what he showed in Australia, till the time he broke down completely and was almost at the risk of losing his entire career, and where he might have been struggling to even run around in a cricket pitch ever. But he took that chance until he broke down in the fifth test. In the England series, he again tried to push himself, bowled as many overs as his captain wanted him to, and he played 3 tests, and it was clearly visible that his potency was getting affected, his pace was getting affected. So even if he wanted, he could not play, but he had already informed the board of control and also had informed the team management and the captain that he was not going to play all the tests. And for that reason, he was ready to sacrifice captaincy, which is such a big thing for so many players. So if he was going to play just for the sake of India at the last minute 5 tests where his body was clearly not going to support, then he could have easily taken the captaincy also. So he was very clear that his body has given him the message. The experts, the medical fraternity, the physiotherapists, everybody must have told him. That's why he knew he would only play 3 tests, and that's what he did. It's not that he again took the team into granted or tried to say no, I will only play 1 test or 2 tests. He played 3 tests. He had committed, and he took the chances. He took the risk. He ran around and gave his best, even though his body must have been giving complaints and showing signs of pain and torture. But he went through that torture, delivered for India, performed brilliantly in the first test, and did all he could do. But all of a sudden, he has now turned out to be a villain. The big players or the experts coming in or the ex-cricketers coming in slamming him. Every now Tom, Dick and Harry on social media slamming him. There is almost like a vicious campaign. What it is going to do is that it is going to demotivate him. It is going to create a bad taste in him, and also may in the long run go and push him to decide that enough is enough. If the people are so ungrateful, if the ex-players are so ungrateful, if nobody is bothered to look at it in the positive way what I have been contributing, and instead are actually slamming me, I just take it to take him just 1 minute to send a post saying that I am retiring from test cricket, then nothing can be done against that. Nobody can question him. He can then go on playing IPL and then keep on earning eyeballs and making money and still be under limelight, and then he can also selectively play ICC tournaments and try to win a few World Cups or Champions trophies, and then his life would be as smooth as anybody's. But then he has not done so, and hope people realize that this is clear, absolute venomous approach which is going to destroy Indian cricket and may deter a lot of players from playing for the country in the difficult format or a test format. So let us not do that. Let's appreciate and admire Bumrah for what he has been doing, and also keep in mind the same thing while judging and evaluating legends like him in the future, where we should not be one day going gaga over a player, calling him the GOAT, and the next day calling him a villain, calling him a devil. So let's be sane, let's have some kind of sanity among us even in this era of toxicity, and let's give due credit and respect to the people and the players who have been serving Indian cricket and Indian sport non-stop. Thank you.